Welcome to Two Crazy Scoops Podcast with your hosts, A.O., Antino, and A.N.A. Stay tuned and find out. Welcome to Two Crazy Scoops Podcast with your hosts, A.O. and Antino. We are here, we're live, we're in person, and we're learning about networks. So if your computer is hooked up to the same network, you can print whether or not you have internet.
Yep. That's how it works.
Cool. I'm glad that we got that all squared away. So, Aaron, what have you been up to? It's been a long time. We went on vacation. We saw people separately. Mm-hmm. How was your vacation?
Did I go on vacation?
You didn't. I forgot.
Yeah, I was sick. Yeah, I had COVID, so it was great.
How was that for you?
It was amazing.
Back pains, can't breathe.
I recommend everyone try it at least once.
When you first got it, did you freak out, or were you just like, well, I'm just going to see what happens?
No, I didn't freak out.
Oh, because when I got it, that was before the vaccines and everything, and I was like, this is it. That's all, folks. Mm-hmm. So, thankfully, I'm still here. Yeah, most of me is still here. Speaking of,
I mean, I am glad you're still here, but at the same time, I kind of wanted your iPad. So if you had, that was the end of you.
That was, yeah. Actually, my iPad is not going to you. I'm sorry. I hate to break. It's like you're in a long line of people that are going to obtain my iPad when I pass.
Okay. If you could just give me a list of these people, I'd appreciate it.
11 individuals.
Yeah.
One iPad. Mm-hmm. The next blockbuster thriller starring Aaron Owens.
Oh, man.
I need that iPad. I need it bad.
I'm trying to think, what would the name of that movie be?
Oh, hey, Aaron.
I would use a silencer. It wouldn't sound like that. Yeah. But I wonder what the movie would be called.
A.O.'s Revenge.
No. 11 pounds. There we go.
Oh, great. This is a great start.
I'm sorry. You know I would never do that.
So if you are going to inherit my iPad, I do apologize that you've had this curse laid upon you.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay clear of Aaron. Or you could just give it to him and lock it remotely, and he would sit there.
This is true.
Gnashing his teeth with one of the most expensive paperweights
Agreed.
he has ever obtained illegally.
I would agree. So, yeah.
How long has it been since you've been to a barber, Aaron?
Let me see. I think 2016.
Did you enjoy that interaction?
No.
Why? I mean, just going to a barber in general. Is that something that you were looking forward to?
Well, I look forward to the final result.
Yeah, which is having a haircut.
You know, it's funny. When I moved here, I actually found a barber who lived at the corner of where I lived at, and he was perfect. He fit. It was perfect.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't really care for going to the barbershop was really like the small talk.
Yeah.
Most of the time I didn't feel like talking. I just like, can you please just cut my hair? But they'd have the TV on a lot of times and they want to talk to you.
They're like, how's your day going? I'm like, great, now that I'm getting a haircut. So
yeah.
Is this it for today? Yeah, I'm going to pack it up after this.
Yeah. Yeah, but the barber I had here was pretty cool. But I've had some who I was just like, yeah. And then, so anyway, I don't deal with that anymore. I just cut my own hair.
Yeah, that's the dream. I tried doing that, but I just can't handle it. Mm-hmm. I went back to a barber. I hadn't been to a barber for probably 3 years. Mm-hmm. Finally went to one, and I was like, I do like the end result, but I just don't like going to the same person regularly. I would go to cost cutters, and there was one lady who cut my hair. I was probably not even there 10 minutes, and it was just perfect. But she'll never find that person again. Mm-hmm. I would have put up with the awkwardness.
It is nice to have the same barber.
Yeah, it is.
Now, when I was in New York,
it was always different.
It was always different. And sometimes I would go and see who was in there, and I'm like, you know what?
Not
Give
today.
my slot to someone else, because some people just did not know how to cut my hair.
Yeah.
I don't have long straight hair, therefore you can't cut it the same way.
Yeah, there was 2 barbers that I knew. One of them was nice, but he wasn't really that great at cutting hair, and the other one was not very nice, but he would cut your hair like
really good. But
just right.
How wasn't he? Like, how was he not nice?
He really didn't want to talk to you either, and he let you know.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I know.
I would be fine with that. Like,
but I would be feeling awkward. I'd be like, "So, is this your day after this?" No.
Wow.
I'd be like, "Oh, well, what you got planned for the weekend?"
Yeah. Well, that would be my dream come true barber right there. Someone who doesn't want to talk, but they're good at what they do.
Yeah.
Works for me.
That's good. Well, the barber I got, I told him, I said, "Sir, I hate to break it to you, but I have a podcast. So if you screw this up, 12 people are going to know about
12
it."
people. Nice.
He said, "Well, here's something to talk about." Pulled out a razor. No, I'm just kidding. But I know where I'm going with this story. I'm fencing with a barber in the middle of the day.
Apparently. Did your parents ever cut your hair?
Yeah, those were the days.
How'd they do?
They would just buzz it, and then everyone would walk up to me, and how tall would you be? If I'm 5'6", how tall would I be? About 10, 11? From 8 to 11.
Knowing you, probably, I would say 3 feet.
3 feet? I don't know. Anyways, so I'm like the perfect grabbing distance for everyone. So my parents would cut my hair, and I would just walk through, and everyone would just be rubbing my head. They'd be like, "Wow." And I'm like, why are you touching me?
That is hilarious.
They're like, "Hey."
You know what's funny? There was a kid in one of my classes in elementary school who used to do the same thing. He would get the buzz cut, and everybody would rub his head.
Oh, dude. It's like, yeah, I don't know if they're trying to get good luck or something, but people are rubbing.
Yeah. And he would be prepared for it, and he would just walk into school right after he got a cut, and he'd be like, he'd take off his hat. And like, "All right,
okay, everybody, have at it.
Let's get this over with." Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, that's why I don't buzz my hair anymore. Mm-hmm. Don't you?
Well, I don't think no one would do that to you now. Do you think?
I am 5'6". People use me as an armrest. Tall people. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't even want to chance it.
I've never used you as an armrest before.
That's true, but you're also not, a immature loser.
I think I may start.
Okay. Oh man! Speaking of immature losers, I got into this new program.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Blender before?
Yes, I have heard of Blender.
Would you like to fill us in on what it is?
No, you would be a much better person to do that.
Oh, well, it's a 3D modeling software. Is it open source if it's free? What's open source mean?
Meaning that anyone has access to the code of the program so they can make it.
Well, I guess it's free. I'm not sure if it's open source, but you can create 3D animations. Actually, I saw Tom working on it the other day.
Oh, okay.
He was making a model, and it kind of sparked my interest in it again because I had kind of left it after I downloaded the program maybe a year ago. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty interesting with the things you can do in it. The way I would describe it is, have you ever wanted to draw? Did you try doing that when you were younger?
I did try, yes.
And the passion that you had for the art did not translate out of the end result. Didn't kind of look a little weird.
Yep.
Well,
I'm not an artist at all.
With Blender, the end result with it actually looks really good with minimal effort. What would take you a very long time to paint, draw, even model out, you can get done in 10 hours time. No. It does take a long time, but you can't see the background, but I did make a background in Blender for this. And there's supposed to be a sign up here. There's windows in case you want to jump out.
And why didn't you make it as the background?
It is the background.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, you'll see the end result later.
Okay, yeah. I can't tell. That doesn't look like the desert behind us, though.
Oh, well, it snowed on the mountains today, so I thought, why not put snowy mountains behind us?
Yes, spoken like a true Tucsonian.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. When I lived in New York, I was happy. I was excited, elated at the snow for like a day. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it was just, I had very choice words about the snow after that.
Yeah, I imagine.
But, I mean, in the city, it really wasn't that bad.
Right.
Because
But New York City is a unique place, too.
Yeah, you get slipping and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I ruined my shoes with the salt. It was good times. Mm-hmm. Great oldies. But I drove out upstate one time, and as we went, the snow just got higher and higher and higher, and I was like, whoa, they really do get rid of it. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So that was Blender. Check it out. It's a fun program, and there's a lot of tutorials online that you can do random projects. So I don't know. We'll see what I come up with next.
Cool. Well, I do like the background, so.
Thanks. I tried to make a desert one, but it didn't really come out. I tried to put windows in this, but...
Well, you sent me one, and it looked good to me.
Oh. Well, maybe I'll try to use that one.
It was, I mean, I don't know what you were trying to accomplish either, though.
I don't know either. I just kind of like followed...
From what I saw, it looked good.
I followed this tutorial, and I was like, hey, this looks really cool. It was like the Two Crazy Scoops Museum.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was very well done. So
it exists somewhere out in space.
Mm-hmm. I have it on my phone now.
Speaking of wanting me dead for my iPad, I did almost die. I almost died twice.
When?
Okay, so the first time was when I was on vacation. I went to Sedona, the most beautiful place you'll ever see. Mm-hmm. Believe me. And I stayed in this really nice house. Beautifulest place you'll ever see, believe me. Anyways, so we're going shopping, and the stores are not closed. This was like during around Thanksgiving time, and I would assumed all the stuff were closed. All the stores would have been closed. Mm-hmm. It was actually open. So we go and we're like, hey, we're going to buy some food because the place we were staying at didn't have any food, obviously. Mm-hmm. So I go, and Anna's like, I said, let's have enchiladas. She's like, well, you got to find the enchilada sauce. I was like, okay. So we're walking around. I find this can of enchilada sauce. I reach out for it, and I received one of the most horrendous shocks in my life. It felt as if it was wired. I don't know why. And then the rest of the time in that store, I was just getting shocked by everything.
So when you say horrendous shock, are you talking about like a static?
Like a static, just bam.
But like when you rub your feet on carpet and then touch something like that?
Yeah, but it felt like I was touching a live wire. I gasped audibly and looked around.
Okay. That's not near death.
It could have been if that was like some exposed wire connected to the enchilada sauce that I was attempting to purchase.
Or if it was but what's crazy is that now that you mention it, I can see that happening. Like, what if there was a wire somewhere behind the shelves that was touching the shelves? Wouldn't it go through the cans too?
I mean...
And then you grab a can and then get shocked?
Yeah, that would be a way to go out, man. Would you still make the enchilada after that, though?
Well, but the difference is, like, even if you grab the can, 9 times out of 10, you'll pull it off of the shelf. So
you'd fall in and break the circuit.
You would probably fall, or somehow get off the circuit. Or you may fall. So I think you could survive that.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But that's kind of scary, though, now that you mention it, though.
I don't know. It felt like it. I mean, it did feel. I've never been electrocuted, but I think I have, actually. I don't know.
You've never been electrocuted?
I don't know. It's hard to remember. Usually just wake up and you're like, oh, hey.
Wow. Yeah, you haven't lived until you put your finger in the outlet of a light.
Yeah, get a fork.
Yeah.
Let's do it now.
We have these lights here.
Science experiments with the A.N.A and Antino.
Yeah. I got shocked one time because it was an old lamp in the basement at a friend's house. The bulb had broke. We broke the bulb. And then we were trying to get the broken bulb out of the socket, and that didn't go so well.
Whew. I know at the pool, at the place where I lived, if you went underwater near the light and you opened your mouth, you could feel your feelings like a little bit buzzy.
And that's another place where it's like kind of scary.
They're like, okay, guys, hear me out. We're going to put electric lights in the pool. Well,
we might have talked about this before. I can't remember, but that reminds me of like the the shower heads in
Oh, yeah.
in South America.
Okay, guys,
countries.
check this out. We're going to make electricity right next to this water source.
There's like the shower head is literally plugged in right next to, and I'm like, logically, this doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's the same. Like I think we talked about this before as well. Putting gas and electric in your house.
That's true too.
It's like, hey guys, okay, so we got this obviously destructive gas,
right?
And this other thing that could just short out at any time,
right?
We're gonna put them in your home, in my home, yes, with your children, your wife and kids, my wife and kids, yes, and you're gonna pay us for it. Oh,
right.
Okay,
yeah.
It's like the concept of the bathroom. They're like, how you do that out there, all the way out. You're gonna do it in your house now.
Forget out
houses. You want me to do that in my house? Yeah.
That is true. It's the convenience factor. So whether you want to, or you can cook outside.
Yeah.
Which would you rather do?
Barbecue outside.
Yeah, I think I would too, especially here. Yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you. Now I am now afraid of everything.
Enchilada sauce. Okay, now here's the second time I almost died. Which, if you want to cue the video here, the SpaceX one. Did you see that?
Wait, the SpaceX. Wait, what does SpaceX have to do with you almost dying?
Yeah, I'll show it to you, and I'm gonna play this video over us.
Did you were you shocked by the video? Were you shocked by the video and almost had a heart attack?
Yeah. Okay, imagine that you're driving down the street and you see that in the sky. What are you thinking?
Well, that's kind of a hard question to ask.
You don't know anything about what's going on.
Well, see, I did know what was going on. So if I had saw it, I would have been like, "Oh, okay."
Cool.
But they were talking about it in the news.
I didn't watch the news that day or read the right
news.
news.
So you didn't know what this was?
I didn't know what it was.
Oh, you thought. So what did you think?
I was like, I'm really bad at geography, but I'm like, how far away from Russia are we?
Oh, yeah.
This is about to go down.
Right. And being in Tucson, too, we're like...
I never see... the last time I saw a rocket, I didn't even see it. I saw the trails of it, and I was probably, I want to say, like 12, 13. Mm-hmm. And I was driving with my dad, and we saw, like, these squiggly lines, and we didn't know what it was. We asked somebody, though, and they told us it was something like that. I never got a direct answer.
But you would think being in Tucson that we would either be one of the safest cities to be in as far as that type of stuff is concerned, or maybe one of the most dangerous cities.
Well, they want to blow up Davis-Monthan, so...
Right, but then with that being said, you would think there would be like, we would see it coming.
Well, I think that...
Because they know that they would want to blow up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I've never
talked... logically, you would think that that's where they would want to attack. So since they want to attack...
I wasn't like, within milliseconds, I wasn't like, you know what? Why would they want to bomb Tucson?
And then that just turns around. It's not coming right towards
that is absurd. You got me this time. Yeah, funny. And then it just goes out. And I was like, well, there goes... I mean, wouldn't there be like a head on top of it that just goes...
I'm not sure. I have heard that noise before, though, and thought that I was going to die.
Oh, well, that's a common thing in Tucson.
Yeah, but for someone who came here who didn't know that.
Okay, I'm going to follow this up with the next segment we have. Mm-hmm. Maybe morbid, but I've been a little bit more interested in history lately, and I don't necessarily know why. I guess it's because I'm getting older. I don't know. Sadly, as people are passing away around me, I'm like, there's like less and less documented of certain times that people can tell you about. When you try to get a straight answer about what happened here, you can't really get it a lot of times. So I was trying to research an article about a plane crash that had happened downtown in Tucson that someone told me about. And I think because of that, they changed the paths that the Air Force used to fly their jets because of that accident. It happened right next to an elementary school.
Oh, wow. So
there is an article that I found online, library.pima.gov. And there was actually, I mean, not to be too morbid, but it just talks about all the plane crashes that have happened. There was a bomber crash right here. It says 2 B-24 bombers crashed just outside Tucson on November 30th, 1944 at 7:40 a.m. The two airplanes had mid-air collision, and this happened between East Broadway and East Speedway.
Oh, in the Wash. Oh, okay. So the Wash right there in between. Yeah, that's where the bike trail is at now.
The one that you frequent.
Yeah.
That was 1944, though.
A little before my time.
I don't even know if anything was out here. Sorry to all the people that were out here.
Because it says now inside Tucson city limits. So at the time, it was outside the city. Okay.
Oh, it was.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because a lot of people who told me that, like, I was thinking about some people who came here, like, in the 70s. They were telling me that, like, past Kobe, sorry for the listeners, but this side of town that we're currently recording in did not exist, basically.
Yeah. I can remember times where you would go up Swan and Fort Lowell, or Camp Lowell, I guess, whatever that mess is, and you couldn't really see anything. There was nothing built.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being excited because they were building a McDonald's there.
Okay.
I was like, no way.
Wait, where?
Swan and Fort Lowell.
Swan. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that Bashes, all that stuff didn't exist.
None of that was there.
No. They were just going to build a McDonald's, and then from there, I think they, like, spread out, and then now there's houses and businesses.
Right, yeah. Huh. I didn't realize how new that area. I thought that area was older.
Oh, we're talking about when I was a kid, so, like, 20 years ago.
I mean, that's not a long time, though.
In Tucson times, it is a long time. 10 years, lots happened.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. I mean, we're talking about a lot happening.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can see that. I can see what you're saying.
So much stuff happens here. You can't even imagine it. Tucson, of all places. Who would have thought?
I know.
Okay. And now we're going to introduce the person you've all been waiting for.
Who?
A.N.A.
Oh.
Hiya.
She's going to help us with this next segment. Yeah, so Anna's been helping us now.
Oh, go ahead.
How do you like the setup?
Good.
Yeah, I've been liking it.
Yeah.
It works really well. How do you like it, Anna?
I like it.
Well, thanks for assisting us. We appreciate it.
It's very nice having a front row seat to your show. Live. Well, I usually do, but not live. So
Not live,
this is nice.
Well, welcome. Now we're going to do one of our favorite segments that's ever been created on this show.
Oh, no.
Inspired or plagiarized?
Well, this time I didn't actually choose the songs, so.
You didn't? Mm-mm. How dare you?
So,
this one is from one of our listeners,
mm-hmm.
an avid follower who enjoys the podcast sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Now, okay, yeah, sorry. So for the first song, I know both songs, but
You never put them together, right?
I never put them together.
We did it today. Blew my mind.
Well, I definitely want to hear this one. I haven't heard this.
Okay, so first we're going to start off with a Tennessee whiskey.
Which
Something everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that song was about alcohol, like alcoholism, but it was more about love.
Yeah. I'm like playing the lawyers in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was listening to it.
But
I was like,
when I
hey.
hear it, I just wanted.
I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
This isn't about whiskey at all.
I know. But yet I still want to drink when I hear it.
No, wait just a gosh darn minute.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh. Slow dancing. Oh, we got to dim the lights for this one.
Oh, I don't have the remote. Sorry.
Do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the beginning of that one.
Okay.
And now we're going to listen to I Might Be Blind. I'm going to Go Blind.
I'd rather go.
I'd rather go blind.
Mm-hmm.
By Etta James.
All right.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yes.
The sweet. That strawberry wine. And I
Wow.
Crazy.
Very, very similar. But is it a copy? Probably not. I would say it's inspiration. Ooh. He's going for that soulful.
I think he ripped off Etta James.
I don't think so. No. I don't think he ripped it. I think he was inspired by it.
I think there's a lot of songs that sound like that, right?
Well, yeah, but the tricky part is that you cannot, what's the word I'm looking for? When it comes to music, you can't, like, no one owns the chord progressions or the notes. So you can have songs with similar chord progressions, but as long as there's little differences, then it's technically considered a different song.
Okay. And because
otherwise, everyone who sung, and I'm just using this as an example, but everyone who sung bachata and merengue and salsa, like,
wait, what?
No,
what are we talking about again?
Music. I'm just saying, every one of those singers could be like suing each other back and forth. Like, you stole. They all have a similar rhythm, and they all have similar chords.
Oh, the rhythm. I get it. I can dig that.
Yeah, just from what I've heard, I think it's inspiration. I think when he wrote the song, he was going for that old soulful, style music when he did the song. And so I think he was inspired by it. But I don't think it's a blatant copy though.
I don't think so either, because otherwise we would have probably picked it up immediately.
Yeah, but there's definitely a similarity the way it starts off. And like I said, the chords are similar.
I'd have to say I'm not an avid listener to Etta James though.
Well, no, but I mean, you don't have to be in order to. You can definitely hear the similarities. I'm just curious. Maybe not. Obviously, not now, but at some point, you should like next time you get your guitar, we should try the chords for the songs just to kind of look at the differences. Maybe you could play them.
Here's this weird thing with music theory that I can't wrap my mind around, no matter how many times people like explain it to me or how many videos I look up. Mm-hmm. Chord progressions follow the same patterns in different scales.
Correct.
So you could have a D scale that follows the pattern and then an A scale, and so they're like this, but the exact same thing.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Because it's not only the chord progression, but now you have the melody on top of that.
Okay.
So if you steal both the melody and the chord progression, then it's considered plagiarism. Oh. Because the way you sing, the melody of the words, the lyrics that might differ. That's why you can take two songs that sound similar with the music, but the words are different. The way the intonations, the way they sing the verses might be different.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So if you take both of those, then it's definitely straight up plagiarism.
Okay, well, it's not plagiarized.
But this next one is a blatant ripoff. So
it's been tried and proven?
Yes, he got sued. And it's obvious. And the video where he tries to explain that it wasn't is hilarious. It's more incriminating. Oh, There's really? A video where he tries to explain. Well, let's get into it. Let's play both songs first, and then.
Okay, so this one's from Tracy. Thank you for submitting. And sorry we took so long talking about these ones. I actually forgot that they sent this, and I came across it when I was looking through my phone the other day, and I was like, "Oh,
you're a terrible person.
Look at me." Oh wait, I'll turn it up here for you.
So we all know this one. This is a classic. Are they going to be able to hear it though?
Can you turn the volume up on your end?
Yeah, there we go.
Well, I can't play too much of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Okay, so we got it. So that was Under Pressure, David Bowie and Queen. We all know that song. Now, this one, it's the exact same thing.
Let's kick it. I'm gonna go with Vanilla Ice here and say it was not just stolen.
No. That video when he tries to explain it though,
he's like, "Guys, listen, no one likes that band anyways."
No, he was basically like, their version goes dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. Dun. Mine goes dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun. See, that last was different. I was looking at him like, you're a fool, and that's why they sued you and you lost. You just can't. Anyway, that's a ripoff.
Wow,
that's definitely a ripoff. So.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, but if you ever want to look that up on YouTube, it's kind of funny. Just look up Vanilla Ice trying to explain Ice Ice Baby.
A.N.A's pulling it up right now.
It's pretty funny. His explanation is ridiculous.
Guys, listen. Which one is it?
Oh,
man, he looked wild back in the day.
Yes, the one that says it's not the same.
Oh,
was making it different. It's totally different. It's a rap song. It doesn't sound anything like theirs.
And just to prove his point, Vanilla breaks it down and sings the dings.
Ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. That's the way theirs goes. Ours goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. That little bitty change. It's not the same. Ours goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding.
Oh, my God. Like, what a...
Ours goes...
that's great.
What a clown. What a clown. Yeah.
No, guys, listen. There's more ding, 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 ding.
That was just ridiculous. I wouldn't have even tried to explain it. I would have just been like, it's in court right now. We can't talk about it. But I believe they're different. You know, if you're going to say that, that's fine. But
you sound like you've prepared for this.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, if you know you stole it, why would you try to break it down? You're just making yourself look dumber.
You know, when you're in the public eye, you don't know what you'll do, Aaron.
I guess so, but that was just stupid. I was like,
this starts the episode. I'll murder people for your iPad. End
that's
the episode. How? Look at litigation and the law.
I know. I never actually said that.
Oh, sorry.
I just heavily implied it.
I would write a fictional story about how I would obtain your iPad from multiple individuals.
Exactly.
It would be filmed, and it'd be a blockbuster, one of those summer movies.
Right. And it would be PG.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Not G, just PG.
No, that's G. Anyway.
PG.
PG.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Is PG-13 bad, though? Let me ask you. That's a good question. Just a quick side
That would
question.
imply that you slipped a few curse words in there.
But is that what that means? Is that the difference between PG and PG-13? Is it language?
I think it's everything. I think it's just like the tone.
I don't know. Because I don't even know what movies come out that's PG anymore. Like what's...
Oh, like the Mario film's probably going to be PG. It's just PG. Like fantasy violence?
Okay.
What do they call it?
Okay. And then PG-13 is basically language.
It's not just language, but I think it's like, you know, thematic elements, whatever that means. Violence.
I don't know. Because what's PG and PG-13 has changed over the years. It's not the same. It doesn't seem like.
Yeah. Well.
It seems like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your film would probably want to be PG. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay, so PG. Okay, so fine. That's what we'll do. We'll do
the new rating systems began with 4 categories: general audiences, mature audiences, restricted, and no one's allowed if they're under 17. Yeah.
Wait, does it say mature audiences changed in 1969 to PG? Is that what that means? That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't really know.
But that's what it said. That's what that said in the other page.
Yeah, I'll just tell you stuff. Like you said, it has changed the tone of things. I don't know. It's just a little darker. So you'd have to have like you have to be a happy film about obtaining that iPad.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, PG.
How would the film end then?
Well, that's why you had to go see the movie.
It ends with you, a cup of coffee, lightly scrolling on the iPad.
Maybe it does. Maybe it won't.
Reading the news.
You'll have to see the movie. 11 pounds. It's coming.
11 pounds.
2024.
The iPad thief still never been caught.
We're still trying to cast Antino, so
Oh yeah, there you go.
auditions. You
Start gaining the weight, folks.
Well, you can send your auditions to twocrazyscoops@gmail.com.
Yes, we accept. If you want to write the film for Aaron, go ahead.
No, I already have an idea. Yeah, I do need writers, though. Someone to write the script.
Okay. Film and direct.
Yeah, we're casting right now for it. So, yeah, we need a Mexican actor to play Antino.
There we go. Because that's what I am.
Clearly.
Clearly. It's debated by many, but, here we are.
Oh, man.
Moving on. Let's see, geocaching. Do you know what geocaching is?
I do not.
Back in the day, people used to get wild with GPS.
Oh, okay.
So, basically, you would get a little trinket. You'd hide it out somewhere in the woods. Mm-hmm. You'd take where the coordinates is at, put it online, and then I don't know. I've never done this. I've seen people do it, though. Mm-hmm. Looked like they were having a great time, by the way. Just totally loving it. And you're supposed to go find that trinket, and then I think you'll replace it with something else. So it's called geocaching. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
But it's usually hidden.
And you have to find out where these play. That's kind of cool. I would be kind of afraid. The only thing I would be afraid of is what people have left there.
No, the people are very wholesome that partake in this usually. I'm sure there's someone out there.
No. And that's cool. If it is, then cool. I'm just saying that would be my only concern.
Yeah, you would think about that, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, look at the world. It's 2022.
2022.
Dude. Yeah,
well, I'm talking about
a nice, wholesome game where they leave, cool things behind. That's different.
I'm talking like 16, 17 years ago I heard about this.
Yeah, the world was a better place.
Oh, yeah. Back in, I don't know.
All right. Back in 2004.
I was like, no.
Things were great.
They're great. But yeah, so that's what that is. And I guess people still do it. I think it was the novelty of having a GPS, not just going out and finding places, but now it was like, hey, we can use this for like a special activity, which during that time, I don't think, social media wasn't really that big at all. Okay. So you're just like, hey, I found this cool website. And the website shows you like, hey, here's this, here's that. And I don't know how they do it, but that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's all new to me. I've never heard of that. That's pretty cool, though. I can see how that can get pretty fun. Like I said, as long as you got some, level-headed people, I can see that being fun.
Well, I mean, the people that were purchased, GPS used to be pretty expensive back in the day. So I don't see why someone would purchase it with nefarious deeds in mind.
That's true too. You're right. Because it wasn't just like everyone had one.
Yeah.
Right. No, I that makes sense.
They weren't like the ones you have now. I think it was more like a handheld device. It didn't look like those square things that you can just slap onto your car.
Okay, so those were the first ones that I remember. Are the ones where you just put it in your car. You have to buy it and put it in your car.
Yeah, I think these ones were handheld, and I don't even know if they had graphics on them.
Okay.
Like, I mean, like a screen. It had like a screen on it, but it was just numbers. I don't know if that's correct.
Or like maybe like a little grid or something.
We're talking about ancient technology here.
Well, no, it wouldn't have been that long ago, right? It would have been what?
It's 2004, around that time.
It is around that time?
Yeah. When did the iPhone come out?
2007.
So it was around that time then, actually.
Okay.
That was when I heard about it.
And I don't even know if the first one had a GPS built in or did it. I'm not sure.
Beats me.
First iPhone. I don't know.
I didn't even know what phones were back then.
You didn't know what phones were.
I was like, why do you carry that brick around with you?
Well, you have seen the rotary phones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's the wrong number.
Right. You mess one number up, you got to hang up and start all over again.
Yeah. Ancient technology.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Call in if you have a rotary phone.
Dialing 911. The ones were quick, but the 9 took a second.
You're like,
right? It's like, you're like,
he's coming for my iPad. Oh gosh, guys, he's almost here.
Oh, that's a great idea for the first scene.
The first scene is like house sitting for your great grandparents,
right? And you're stuck, and she only has a rotary phone, so you're trying to call out.
No,
that's
cuts to
perfect.
black.
Thank you. You just wrote the first
act.
The opening act.
Yeah,
I love how this is coming together.
You think fumbling with your keys is scary?
I know.
Wait till the only way you can call 911 is with a rotary phone.
Exactly. It's like that first. The 9 is like, maybe that's why they did it like that. They made the other numbers 1 because the 9 takes a second. It don't just because that's the furthest number away. I believe, or is it 0? I can't remember.
I'm not a.
I believe 9 is the either 9 or 0 was the furthest away, so you have to roll that thing all the way around.
And people use a pencil.
Yeah, my grandmother used to use her comb, the tip of her comb, and she would just you just wait.
Man,
and I'd be looking at that like that is so weird.
In my house, it would start then. It would start a little Aaron Owens watching a rotary phone.
Yeah.
And then a second older Aaron Owens watching a rotary phone.
Yeah.
Outside of the window.
Right. Exactly.
The cord's already been cut.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
I'm sorry.
That's geocaching, folks.
Exactly. This has gotten very dark. All right. Are we going to...
I'm filming a documentary.
You're filming a documentary?
Yes.
Oh. So what is it going to be called?
I don't know. You remember Ethan?
Yes.
He is traveling long distance to go play in a basketball tournament.
Oh, he plays basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Him and his friends, who are all not in the same state, are getting together to play a tournament.
Okay.
He asked me to document it.
Cool.
So they don't have a team name yet. And I just kind of wanted your... me and a friend of mine came up with this. I won't embarrass him because these are kind of funny. But
embarrass who?
My friend.
Okay.
These were the names I came up with for their basketball team.
I love WNBA.
Wait, you got to start from the beginning. All these guys are like, they're young guys, right?
Uh-huh.
They're most likely going to lose this tournament. I hate to say it. Just plainly based on the fact that they don't all live in the same place and they have to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so these guys are coming from the bottom and they're going to go to the top. They're going to win. That's the whole story of it.
Okay.
But if they lose, man, it's going to be an interesting documentary.
I agree.
He actually promised to pay for part of Final Cut Pro for me in payment of doing this.
Okay.
So I've been using Final Cut Pro to edit these.
Mm-hmm.
It's been working out really cool. There's a lot of cool things you can do.
So where are they actually playing it? Like you have to go fly to where they're going to be playing at?
No, they're playing in Phoenix.
Or they're going to play in Phoenix?
That's where the tournament ends, yeah. It's just his friends, some buddies of his and some guys in Phoenix, and they're all getting together to play this big game.
Well, yeah, because I heard about a tournament going on this month, though.
No, this is like a couple months from now.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Anyway, so they're going to go to Phoenix. I'm going to document it. We'll see if they're going to win or lose. And it's kind of a fun time.
But you got to get shots of them as individuals practicing.
They've been sending me shots.
Perfect. Okay. All right, good.
It's awesome. I mean, only one person has so far, and I'm pretty doubtful the rest of them are going to. But
they should, though. Send you a few shots, and then maybe a few shots of them sitting there, like talking, answering some questions.
Yeah,
like,
we're going to do interviews.
Good. But once they're there in Phoenix, probably, huh?
Well, I'm actually going to go visit him in Arkansas sometime.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, because we just want to go for vacation.
But he's the only one who's going to be there. The rest of the team members are other places.
There's 3 people that are there that he practices with.
Okay, perfect.
There's 3 guys like in another state and 3 guys.
So it'd be
in
nice to interview them before the actual
I know.
game.
That's what we're doing. I already did one Zoom interview with him already.
Perfect.
Him and his other assistant coach.
And that's going.
You will.
And that's going into the documentary, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's mostly just for them though to like have memories because.
Yeah, but still, that's great.
Yeah.
To see them, how pumped up they're getting, and then see them practicing hard.
Yeah.
If you can get shots of them look like they're like practicing really hard, and then like when they lose, the reaction after they lose, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, I hope they win. So,
Okay.
Anyways, they were looking for a team name. They did not buy any. They didn't even consider any of the names that I gave them.
And are these the names you gave?
These
them?
are all the names that I gave.
I
them.
would understand why they wouldn't. I wouldn't consider either of these either.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I don't know. Did you want to read them off, A.N.A?
Yeah. Amazing. These are great. I'll go down the list. Let's see. We've got the flagrant foulers. The knuckle dragging dribblers. Waldron wafflers.
What's Waldron?
That's where he lives.
Okay.
The Coolidge Killers. The
I
Waldron
might need to hire
Weasels.
them.
The Waldron Weasels.
The Midwest Mixer-Uppers. The Florence Felons.
I like that one.
The Arkansas Tax Evaders.
Oh, God.
The Arkansas Arsonists. The Waldron Walruses. WNBA, the Waldron National Basketball Association.
That's my favorite one.
In the right corner, WNBA.
That's the best one. I love that one. I'm sorry. Oh, my God.
And we've got the Scott County Shooters, the Arkansas Ankle Biters, the Phoenix Fly Fishers, the Half Court Contenders, the Court Pounders.
That's hilarious. Wow.
Yeah.
I love them. Love them all. But yeah, my favorite is W. That's the best one.
Waldron National Basketball Association.
No, don't tell people what it stands for. Just use WNBA. Oh, my God.
So I look forward to seeing what's going to happen in this tournament.
Me too.
And I don't know what to title it, though. What would you title a documentary? I wanted to pick your brain about this. Basically, it's a bunch of young guys. This is like their last time getting together, playing a game, and life is going to take over, and they're going to have to live all their responsibilities. Mm-hmm. What would you call that? WNBA documentary. Like, guys, he's really been working hard on this. We're all going to get together and watch it. It just starts off big bold letters. Okay, well, I'll try to get your ideas another time when you don't have this nonsense in front of you.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. There's a lot of good names for it. It depends on what name the team chooses.
I think they're the dark horses. Which I wasn't too fond of, but
Okay.
I don't have a say. I mean, who am I? I'm just the guy filming the thing.
I'll think about it. Dark Horses is the name. Okay. So you probably want to incorporate the name.
I can't do a documentary called the Dark Horse Documentary.
No, of course, no. I mean, it would be something like Rise of the Dark Horses.
Rise of the Dark Horses.
Yeah.
Then they lose at the end. Mm-hmm. Hey, it'd be like the Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of the Dark Horses. And then that's like the big title. And then in the small words will say, the small words would say something like, in association with the WNBA.
In association. Brought to you by.
Brought to you by the WNBA. That's what it should be called. Oh, God. Yeah, that's great. Wow.
Well, there you go, folks. And now we've come to our final segment.
Well, I think we don't even have to do that. Like,
I want to do it.
We can
No.
save that for next time.
I'm doing it.
Because I think that
Spanish questions.
I think going out with the WNBA is great. We should just cut it there.
Cut it there?
Yeah, this next one is a good segment for next time.
Oh, man.
We'll include that. And it shouldn't be at the end. Because to me, that was too funny. We want to end on a good note.
On a good note.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks.
But we will need A.N.A. for that next one, though.
We will. Thank you very much for giving us all this information. A.N.A. We appreciate it.
Yes.
It makes my life easier. It makes Aaron's life easier. And it makes your life harder.
Oh, I'm happy to help.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I got some feedback and realized maybe we could focus more on the podcasting than the technical ends of it.
Works for me. I think it's good. You do excellent work. Both of you do.
Thank you.
And, yeah. And A&A, we appreciate you for really being the brain behind the podcast. Because
she helped me do this too, the outline.
Yeah, and not only that, but make sure that we stay rated PG.
PG. Unlike Aaron's feature film.
All right, unlike my movie that I'm going to have to edit heavily.
It's like, this is more of a trailer, I think.
Yeah.
Insinuated violence.
But yeah, exactly. Like they did in the old days.
Yeah.
They used to not show violence, you know. It was just the killer would walk into the room and you would see the person's reaction. They'd be like,
I haven't spent a lot of time watching those
You've
films.
never seen the old? Yeah, it's like someone sneaking around and you see the shadow with the knife, and then you just hear the person and then the scene switches, and that's it.
Oh,
they never.
my goodness.
But to me, those were scarier because it's all in your imagination. So you're just like, oh God, what happened?
With me.
I know. But yeah, sorry, I'm not implying that you should watch anything violent, but I'm just saying.
Where are we going with this, Eric?
No, I'm just saying movies have changed over time. Now they show stuff, but back in the day they didn't.
Okay, so we're not going to show any violence in here.
Right, we're going to do it old school.
Old school.
It'll be implied.
Okay.
So like for your scene in the beginning, before they'll show you reaching for trying to dial 911 on the rotary phone, and then we'll just cut the scene there because we know you won't make it.
I want my
one.
actor to be like 6'5" and just jacked.
We can do that. We can do that
for no reason in particular.
We'll get Damien. How's that? He'll play you in the movie. We'll film it in like less than 5 minutes. You're only in the beginning of the movie.
Wow.
I might do a flashback or two later, but
yeah, flashbacks for no reason when we used to have fun.
Right, exactly.
It's like my old friend Antonio used to say,
right.
Flashing back to fond memories before you brutally murdered
before
me.
he bought that iPad. Yeah, we were pretty cool.
After he bought that iPad, a dark haze appeared upon the relationship. From that point onward, I could think of nothing else. Didn't you find a cheap one on eBay? No, I could think of nothing else.
Didn't someone give you one? I could think of nothing else. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Sorry, folks.
Sorry for our dark humor. Oh God.
This has been.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
This has been Two Crazy Scoops Podcast with your hosts, A.N.A and Antino. We'll see you guys next, who knows when, and who knows with who, or even why. This has been sponsored by the WNBA.
Oh my God.
I think snot came out of my nose.